Title race over in the Premier League is the best it's ever been, with 3 horses still in the race, but which one will take advantage this weekend as we enter a busy week, including the Manchester Derby? Who's going to take advantage? We'll get into that next. Prediction video today. We're taking a match number 27, of course, over in the Premier League, and we'll get to that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for the Premier League is right here, boys and girls, as well as World Football and Blackburn Rovers. Of course, we cover that exclusively right here, right now. Of course, we get into all of that. Make sure you like. Of course, we're trying to get up to 50 likes, guys. Can you be a part of that? Of course, boost the old engagement, boost the channel. Costs you absolutely nothing. And of course, if you're new, subscribe. Of course, it is Arsenal in third, Man City second, and of course, the current Carabao Cup champions, Liverpool, top the charts at the moment. But what will happen this weekend with any one of those 3 teams could actually be the leaders heading out of the weekend. We'll get into all of that and more in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. And of course, get in there, subscribe. So let's get cracking and revisit those last round of games. Kick it all off with Liverpool. Big win over Luton Town, 4-1 win. That was, of course, way back on Wednesday. Of course, I went with a 3-0 win. Chelsea against Spurs. We'll do that another day, whenever that is. Aston Villa with a big 4-2 win over Nottingham Forest. I went with a 2-1 win. Brighton could only muster a draw against Everton, who did get 4 of the 10 points back, or 6 of the 10 points back. Whatever. Big old boost for them this season to get themselves a little bit further away from those drop zone. Meanwhile, Palace with a big 3-0 win over Burnley. Love to see it. I went with a 2-0 win. Manchester United with a stumble against Fulham. 2-1 win for them on the road. I went with a 3-0 win. City, 1-0 winners over Bournemouth. I went with a 2-0 win. Arsenal with a 4-1 win over Newcastle United. I went with a 3-1 win. Wolves with a 1-0 win over Sheffield United. I went with a 2-1 win. And West Ham United with a 4-2 win over Brentford. I went with a 2-0 win. I would have actually probably kicked your all asses in the old prediction league if I put my picks in the Super Bowl, but I didn't. But anyway, this is the table as it looks. Of course, let me just correct or confirm where Everton are actually. They're actually 15th to the table with 25 points on the board, so they got 4 of those points back. Meanwhile, Liverpool currently top the charts, 60 points, with Man City in second, Arsenal in third. Villa are in 4th right now with a good bit of gap over Spurs, who do have a game in hand, so don't rule them just out. So hopefully Aston Villa can keep on doing that. I'd love to see them in the Champions League next season. Of course, I think, title race is gone. I think you would have, Villa fans would have accepted Champions League, at the start of the season. Of course they would have done. Anyway, the middle of the pack looks very interesting. Going down though, Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton Town. Of course, Luton Town closing in. Actually a bit of a gap now between themselves and Forest. 4 points the gap, but they do have a game in hand. So big, important game that will be whenever that comes around. So that's the state of play there. But what about the state of play in our own prediction league? Well, let's get into that then, shall we? Got the Super Brew fired up right here, right now. So let's hop on over to the Premier League and have a look at what went down this past weekend. Did you kick ass? Did you not? Well, I'm about to show you. So here we go then, recapping the results last time around. Here they are. Blue Orbit. Wow, blast from the past right there. 13 points for him. Well done. The Blind Squirrel up there. Second spot. Borman's up there in bronze right now. Greeny with a 9.5. Blue Legend up there also with 9 points. Con DJ Snake as well with 9 points as well. If you see your name in there, but guess what? Go on in and smash your likey, guys. We're trying to get up to 50 likes. Can we do it? 50 likes. We can do it. I believe in you. Please get in there. Get the likes in there, of course, and see how we get on. Of course, also see your name in there. Mr. Fighter down there. Russell Frosty's here. DJ Horn, the Gaffer. Taya B's in there. Champ. AJ24 with the wooden spoon. I'm not sure why Jumbo didn't get the wooden spoon, but AJ24 gets the wooden spoon. But the overall leaders right here, right now, we do see Lewis R. 256 points, good 6 points clearance over Weller, who's in second spot. DJ Horn's in third. Again, smashed Joe Lucky. Look at Blue Legend up to 2 spots to number 4. Big mover for him. Also big movers down the foot end of the table. Borman up 4 spots to 40. Of course, they all count in the end. So please get in there, smash your like. We're trying to get up to 50 likes, of course, as we enter the business end of the season. So let's get into it. Of course, looking forward to those next round of games. Some zing-zongers here, as well as we look forward to those next round of games. Kicking all off on Saturday, the 2nd of March. It's Brentford, it's Chelsea. It's coming at you at the Community Stadium over in Brentford. They have played each other 9 times, 2013. 3 wins for Brentford, 4 for Chelsea, and 2 draws. Of course, Brentford could be in a bit of trouble here. They might slide into a relegation battle if they're not too careful. Of course, 4-1 win, the biggest over Chelsea. Scored 10 goals in 9 games, 1.11 goals a game on average. Chelsea, though, 4-0 win, the biggest. Scored 14 goals in 19 matches, 1.56 goals game. Chelsea on 42% form for them right now, just one defeat in the last 4. They are 11th with 35 points on the board. I guess their Brentford side, 17% form for them right now, just one win in 6, 5 wins, 5 defeats in the last 6, 16 for the table, 25 points on the board as well. Last time around over in Brentford was a 0-0 draw back in October 2022. However, to add to that, the last, what we're looking at, 6 matches between these two sides, the away side has won 5 of them, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Brentford. Who knows, of course. So the away side seems to be much more preferred for the victory, what it suggests anyway in the formula. 11-5 is your Brentford, 5-2 is draw, 11-10 is your Chelsea. Chelsea should win this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win for them to continue that streak of the away side picking up a victory. Meanwhile, Everton against West Ham United. It is the David Moyes derby. That's right, coming out at Goodison Park. They played 59 times in 1984. 31 wins for Everton, 14 wins for West Ham, and 14 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Everton was a 6-0 win, scoring 107 goals in 59 matches, 1.81 goals game. West Ham, though, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 65 goals in 59 matches, 1.10 goals game. West Ham, 33% form for them at the moment, just 1 win in 6, 8th in the table, 39 points on the board. I guess the Everton side, what we're looking at here, winless in the last 6 games, however, just 1 defeat in the last 5. They are 15th with 25 points on the board as well. Last time around over at Goodison Park, it was a 1-0 win for Everton back in September 2022. In fact, they also picked up a win at London back in October in the London Stadium. It was a 1-0 win for Everton way back when. The odds for this one, Everton 20-19 on for the victory, 13-5 is the draw, 13-5 is also your away win. I think Everton should get something out of this year, going for a win, 2-0 win. They'll use that momentum from last weekend, as well as the good news with that points reduction in their deduction to boost their season as well. Fulham against Brighton coming at you over at Craven Cottage down these two sides. I played the 16 times 2007, 7 wins for Fulham, 5 for Brighton, 4 draws, of course, not the biggest win for Fulham. 3-0 wins, scoring 22 goals in 16 matches, 1.38 goals game. Brighton, though, 5-0 win, the biggest, scoring 22 goals in 16 matches, 1.38 goals game. 58% form are Brighton right now, just 1 defeat in the last 4. They are 7th with 39 points on the board. Against the Fulham side, 50% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 5, of course. 12th in the table, 32 points on the board as well. Coming at you last time round over at Craven Cottage, it was a 2-1 win for Fulham back in August 2022. The reverse fixture was a 1-1 draw back in the Amex back in October, of course. Fulham are unbeaten against Brighton over the last 5, picking up 2 wins and 3 draws to boot. The odds here for this one, 7-4 is your Fulham, 13-5 is your draw, and 7-5 is your Brighton here. I'm backing Fulham again to continue their recent good run of matches against Brighton. Kicking on forward is the Geordies. It's Wolves, of course, coming at you at St James's Park. They have played each other 22 times since 2003. 6 wins for the Geordies, 5 for Wolves, and 11 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for the Geordies was a 4-1 win, scoring 29 goals in 22 matches, 1.32 goals a game on average. Wolves, though, they coming at you with a 4-0 win. Their biggest, scoring 29 goals in 22 matches, 1.32 goals a game as well. 4 wins the last 6 for Wolves. They're doing incredible stuff right now. 67% for form for them at the moment. They are 9th, 38 points on the board right now. Newcastle, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 10th, 37 points on the board as well. Last time around, they're over at St James's Park. It was a 2-1 win for Newcastle back in March 2023. They are unbeaten against Wolves over the last 4 and just 1 defeat in the last 6, of course. But the odds for this one, we are 2017 on is your Newcastle, 3-1 is your draw, and 13-5 is your away win. I'm backing the Geordies to maybe bounce back, hopefully, from an FA Cup shocker this week. I don't know. I am recording this ahead of the FA Cup match against Blackburn Rovers, but I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for the Geordies on this one. We'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Forest against Liverpool coming at you over at the City Ground now, of course. These two sides have played each other 12 times since 1994. We've got 2 wins for Forest, 7 wins for Liverpool, 3 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Nottingham Forest, that is, of course, 1-0 win. The biggest, scoring 13 goals in 12 matches, 1.08 goals a game. Liverpool, of course, fresh off the back of that cup success, 5-1 win. The biggest, scoring 25 goals in 12 matches, 2.08 goals a game on average. 5 wins the last 6 for Liverpool, 4 wins on the bounce, top of the table, 60 points right now against the Forest side, 42% form for them right now, 2 wins the last 6. They are 17th with 24 points on the board as well. Last time around, they're over at the City Ground. It was a 1-0 win for Forest back in October 2022. That was in the Premier League last season. The reverse fixture at Anfield this campaign was a 3-0 win for Liverpool back in October. The odds for this one, Forest are 92 for the victory, 20-11 on is Liverpool, and 16-5 is the draw. 3-0 win for, of course, the Caravetta Cup champions. Meanwhile, Spurs, they take on Crystal Palace in a bit of a London classic over at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They played each other 30 times in 1994, 18 wins for Spurs, 6 wins for Crystal Palace, and 6 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Tottenham was a 4-0 win, scoring 43 goals in 30 matches, 1.43 goals a game. Up against Palace, 3-0 win, the biggest, scored 20 goals in 30 matches, 0.67 goals a game. Palace under Glasner right now, 42% form for them at the moment. Back-to-back games without a loss, 13th in the table, 28 points on the board. Up against a Spurs side, 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6, just 1 defeat in the last 4. They are 5th with 47 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Spurs, Spurs Stadium. It was a 1-0 win for Tottenham back in May 2023. In fact, they've won 4 on the bounce against Crystal Palace, just conceding 1 goal in those last 4 matches combined. The odds for this one, 2-1 on is your Spurs, 10-3 is the draw, 11-2 is your Palace. I'd love to see a Palace victory here, but I can't see it. Going to go with a 3-1 win for Spurs, with Ange taking the victory on this one. Luton Town against Aston Villa coming at Kenilworth Road. All eyes on this one then. They have played each other 3 times in 2013, 2 for Luton, 1 for Villa. No draws, of course. Luton, though, 3-1 win the biggest, scoring 6 goals in 3 matches, 2 goals a game on average. Villa, though, 3-1 win the biggest, scoring 4 goals in those 3 games, 1.33 goals a game heading into this one. Villa, though, 50% form for them right now, 1-2, lost 2, actually 1-3, lost 3. They are 4th with 52 points on the board against the Luton Town side. Without a win in the last 4, they've hit a bit of a rough, stinky patch right now. 18th with 20 points on the board, of course. Last time around, though, over at Kenilworth Road, in competitive action was a 3-1 win for Luton back in August 2016. That was an EFL Cup. The reverse fixture at Villa Park this campaign was a 3-1 win for Villa back in October 2023, of course. The bookies for this one, we've got Luton 60-5 for the victory, 4-3 on is your Villa, 60-5 is the draw. The bookies fancy Villa, the table fancies Villa, but me, I'm going to go with a surprise, a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. Luton takes it in the bag. Villa will keep on going. I don't think it's a shocking result. Meanwhile, into Sunday's game we go. Burnley against Bournemouth coming at you over at Turd Moor. They have played each other a few times since 2005. When I say a few, I mean 14. 8 wins for Burnley, 4 for Bournemouth, and 2 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Burnley, 4-0 win, scoring 27 goals in 14 matches, 1.93 goals a game. Bournemouth, though, 2-0 win the biggest, scoring 16 goals in 14 matches, 1.14 goals a game. Bournemouth, 42% form for them right now. Of course, 14th for the table, 28 points on the board. Of course, what we're looking at without a win in the last 5 up against the Burnley side, haven't won in the last 9. 70% form for them. They are 19th with 13 points all season long. Last time around, though, over at Turd Moor, it was a 2-0 win for Bournemouth. That was in the FA Cup. Let's pull that back a second. Last time I played each other in the league, at Burnley, it was a 3-0 win for Burnley back in February 2020. Of course, the reverse fixture at Bournemouth this campaign back in October was a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. The odds for this one, Burnley coming at you, 3-1 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Bournemouth, 5-2 is the draw. I'm going to back, actually, surprise, as a Rovers fan, this is a surprise. Going to go with a Burnley victory here, 2-1 win for them. It's long overdue. They're going to get a victory one of these days. I think it's this one. I'm not saying they're going to get out of the drop zone anytime soon. I just think this will be a game that they have been a little bit hard done by in some of these matches. I think this will give them a bit of a boost and give company a bit of a stable execution, perhaps. So 2-1 win for Burnley on me on that one. Into the final 2 then, we have Man City against Man United. A bit of a zing-zong. It is the Manchester derby. Coming out at the Etihad. They have played each other 63 times in 1993. We've got 24 wins for City, 31 wins for Man United, and 8 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for City was a 6-1 win, scoring 92 goals in 63 matches, 1.46 goals a game. Man United, though, 5-0 win the biggest, scoring 93 goals in 63 matches, 1.48 goals a game. Man United, 83% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 6th, 44 points on the board against the City side. Second in the table, 59 points. It's 92% form for them right now, just unbeaten at least the last 6 matches. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 17 matches, I believe. Anyway, last time around, though, over at the Etihad, it was a 2-1 win for City. In fact, hold the phone. Last time around, it was a 6-3 win for City back in October 2022. That was in the Premier League. The reverse fixture at Old Trafford this campaign back in October was a 3-0 win for City as well. The last time they played each other, besides all that, what confused me a little bit was the 2-1 win in the FA Cup final, of course. So forgive me there. Anyway, of course, the bookies for this one, 10-3 on is your City. They are overwhelming favourites. 92 is the draw. 72 is your away win. It's Manchester United. Going to go with a 4-2 goal fest here. City, of course, taking it. And, of course, keeping the heat at the top of the table. And then wrap it up. It's Sheffield United. It's Arsenal. It's Monday night. Of course, all eyes on this one at Bramall Lane. They have played each other 15 times since 1993. We've got 2 wins for Sheffield United, 10 for Arsenal, 3 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for the Blades was a 1-0 win. Scored 9 goals in those 15 matches, 0.60 goals a game on average. Arsenal, though, 6-0 win the biggest, scored 35 goals in 15 matches, 2.33 goals a game on average. 5 wins in the last 6 for Arsenal, 83% form for them right now. They are 3rd, 58% form for them right now. Of course, Sheffield United, 17% form for them, just 1 win in 6. They are 20th, 13 points for the season as a total. Last time around, over at Bramall Lane was a 3-0 win for Arsenal back in April 2021. The reverse fixture in London was a 5-0 win for Arsenal way back when. They've won, what we're looking at, 4 in the bounce, of course, against Sheffield United. But the odds for this one, we have 14-1 is Sheffield United, 11-2 on is Arsenal, 11-2 is the draw. Arsenal winning this one, 3-0 win once again to keep the heat at the top of the table. That's, of course, my picks, guys. And if I'm right, that's what the table will look like. Liverpool kicking ass and taking names at the top of the table, just 1 point clear of Man City. Arsenal remaining in the mix there with 61 points. Villa picking up just the point against Luton Town. Going down, Sheffield United, Burnley, and then Luton. But of course, that can still all change very, very soon, of course, as we look forward to the next round of games in the Premier League. Make sure you get the likes in, guys. 50 likes, of course, is the target. I'm asking you. Please, 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 let's get the likes in. Let's boost the content, boost the channel, boost the community here. As we look forward to a strong end to the season over in the Premier League. Who's your tip for the title? Let me know down below. Of course, I'll see you soon for the next.